All right, we're live. Time to pick some music. Here's Lo-Fi Pokemon. Let's try that. Lo-Fi Pokemon. Turn this up. All right, we'll leave it play in there for a moment. Let's go ahead and start putting this stuff together, right? It is Friday daytime at 4:30. All right, we'll hit refresh. Wish I'd started a little bit earlier, but just a little too busy for that. What's up, Darren? Today I have a pretty bad headache. Started last night, so it is a very bad headache. Any headache that can last all through the night is a pretty strong headache. All right, let's see. Might be too much screen time or something. Here's this. All right, we're going to say new slabs getting priced. PRB-01 and Jungle Pack Break. Live card shop. There we go. Let's save on that. Okay, and now let's go ping everybody real fast. All right. Friday day. What is this music? That sounded bad. Okay, delete this. Notification of a cleared e-check. Parker Craft. Oh, that's good. All right, that's good. Let's go ahead and reset the giveaway code to be TCC. All right, that's set up. Good. Ooh, excuse me. A little cough there. Turn on some Undertale. All right, I think we're ready. Close this over here. Good. So, any update on gold stars? What do you mean an update on gold stars? Oh, you mean like the, you're talking about the one that I had submitted as a crossover, right? No update. I actually checked that right away this morning. And I'm sure they'll update it in like a day or two. We are. Because it's express grading, so we'll know any minute now. Might be done today, just later tonight. That's how PSA is. Okay, skip this ad. Pause the stream. Alright, what's up, guys? So today, I have a really bad headache. It started yesterday, and then it got worse in the middle of the live stream. Actually, at the end of yesterday's live stream, it got worse. And I woke up today and basically had the headache all the way through the sleep. So I got some kind of migraine. Man, migraines suck. I have no idea what caused it. Ugh. All right, sorry to hear. Yeah, I got some kind of migraine going on. I'm on a painkiller right now. All right, there we go. So we've got lots of PRB-01. We've got 10 cases of it, to be exact. We've sold 8 cases of it already. Put this pen away. PRB-01 has been extremely successful. We got a couple more vintage packs, some more rockets, some more Sandstorm, so those will be for the future. Right now we're opening up a jungle pack. It's in the queue already. It's over there. Not this one, it's a different one. And then we have actually an excellent amount more of slabs to be pricing up. So it looks like we probably have about 60 more slabs, roughly. Maybe about 60 are left that have not been priced. So you guys are in for a treat. I think that the slab return streams are the best streams, and it's one good reason why I need to get more cards graded. All right. You think these have been CT scanned? Look at this. See these 2 packs? You can almost like see through them. Here we are. Zoom. See that? I've seen this before, though. I've seen this with the, yeah, look at that. I've seen this happen with the, what are they called? Ancient Origins. And then this one you can't see through. Interesting. Different foils for different print runs, probably. Okay, so I am running into a problem. I'm out of room in my vintage booster box. I have a booster box full of vintage packs, and it's running out of room for them. Okay, so that means my total number of vintage booster packs is going up. All right. Whew. So we got all these beautiful guys over here. Pokemon Stadium Pichu. How's this looking? That's looking kind of short, don't you think? Let's try and get some stuff in there. Here's this Ninetales PSA 7. Let's start there. 1, 2, 3. He's only 20 bucks, so he's a nice cheap card to put in there. Throw that away. Grab this. The Holo Shuffles are supposed to have cheap cards in it. Ninetales 7. What a nice problem to have. Yeah. People buy stuff like silver coins, gold coins. They buy crypto. They buy, Solana. Well, vintage booster packs are kind of like that for me as a card shop because they have a pretty stable price, and the price kind of goes up over time as we keep opening it. So, and not just that, it serves as a product for my little card cafe, right? So, yeah, that's my equivalent of, crypto, right? It's the same thing. That's 25. It's a little Bellsprout, huh? We gotta add some stuff in here. I want to add a real good one. Where's a real good one? This is pretty cool. That's tempting. Ooh. Oh, yeah, we're doing this one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17. PSA 10. Pika. Joker. Okay, we're going to call this a chase card. Because it is. Okay. All right, so this is going up there. He's a really lovely card. I'm sure he would have sold. But we got to have some real nice stuff in the box too, right? So we can't just have like cards graded 9. There's got to be some cards graded 10 that are really desirable. Did you buy the fancy wood? I have not. I have a little while to respond to his offer. What did you guys think about that, though? That was pretty interesting, right? My question is it possible to invest in burl? That's my question. 1, what's this, 25? 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. Is it possible to invest in wooden burl? Because for those who don't really understand it too well, woodcrafters chop that stuff up and they sand it and they turn it into projects, and then that burl is used. It can't really be reused. So it's kind of like a consumable. So once the burl is consumed, they have to go get more burl. But the burl's not growing as fast as they use it. So instead what happens is the price goes up. Burls are pretty rare. They're kind of like a rare phenomenon. They don't happen very commonly on trees. It's pretty rare for a tree to get a burl. Oh wait, this goes over here. So again, the trees just can't keep up with the demand for the burl, and yeah, and so the prices rise over time. So if I invested in burl, would that be really weird? And I wonder what people would think if I showed that off on my channel. Like, yeah, here's my burl collection. My collection of rare wood. How weird would that be? Anyways, I think it'd be pretty weird. 6, you pulled the frog? 6 pulled the frog in a spectacular box break. It was dramatic, it was theatrical, and it's probably going to be turned into a short. Here's a little Pikachu. Here's a little Bulbasaur. Here's a little Entei. And here's a little Nidoking. Ooh, the Nidoking's nice. So we can put this Pikachu up in here too, because he's only 2 spots. We like that. TCC, I turned 28 today. Damn, dude. When we met, you were 23. What do you think about that, Russ? Oh, wait. He's only... There we go. When we met, you were only 23. What happened, Russ? When did we get old? Did you jump around naked like you said you would? All right, let me click on this. Let's get started. We don't have a lot of time together. It's a Friday, so Karis will want to hang out. Jose Dominguez, Gold Poker Snorlax. All right. Jose Dominguez, you're in luck. Nobody had grabbed that yet. So this is sold now. $150, guys. All right. Thank you so much. How much for your rare wood, mister? So much. I was showing that off last night. There we go. All right. All right, what we got over here? Jack Gray, PRB-01, and a hollow shuffle. No, wait. He just wants one pack of PRB-01. I think I still have to get a fresh box for that. I should do one whole box of PRB-1. I'm a little scared if I did that. If I did a one whole box short, that I would be the one to pull the manga. I'd be scared to pull the manga. And then all these guys opening PRB-1 are going to be pissed at me. One hollow shuffle. Okay, hollow shuffle. I missed your chase pull. Congrats, finally. I demand I get all the pokies. I worked in the tree service, and I used to drop brills off to my buddy who would make custom bowls. You could have been charging him, dude. Those burls are hundreds of dollars. You should have been selling those. That's kind of like you were giving up. Let's say you got like a PSA 10 poker card. You're just giving them to your friend for free because you didn't realize they cost hundreds of dollars. Or maybe you did. I don't know if you did. But he might not have informed you of that because why would he? Hey, buddy, you know you could sell these for like $100 a burl, right? Yeah, your bigger paycheck was the burl, not cutting the tree down. Because especially if you learn to process the burl, if you take it home to a bandsaw and you process it into bowl blanks and pen blanks, it goes up in value. So if you can process it into 6x1x1 pen blanks, you could get, I don't know, like 60 of those in one burl, maybe more. It depends on the size of it. And those can sell for like $10 per burl blank. And that turns into like, I don't know, like $600 really quickly. That's exactly what I do with my dad. We processed wood into smaller and smaller project, like burl blanks for knife handles. And that's a lot of money because those knife handles will sell as a pair. If it's a good looking pair, they'll sell for $40. So you've turned 2 thin sheets of burl into $40 and you got plenty of burl left. So if you're just giving your friend whole chunks of uncured burl, I mean, he's just making out like a bandit and probably not really explaining that part to you. I mean, unless, again, you understood it already. Hey, mister, are you still taking orders? I sure am. Send it in. Isaac Zamora, Butterfree, PSA 7. Oh, yeah, it's back here, isn't it? Okay, there it is. Isaac Zamora. Another thing you can pay attention to, if you're somebody who cuts trees down, look for trees who have had stress from bugs, stress from tough winters, from foreign objects getting stuck in the tree. Trees get stress, and it creates specialties in the grain that people fight over in the auction house in order to acquire that chunk to make a project out of, right? Because that project is their art, and they sell that art. So, like, for example, there is Maple Heart. I'm not Maple Heart. Maple, or I believe it's called, is it Boxed? I can't remember the names these days. I used to remember it was maple, and it might have been the same tree actually, maple and box something, and they can get these red streaks through them because the tree becomes stressed and it releases a coloration through the grain, and it's a natural coloration. And we used to go hunting for that in the recycling center. The recycling center where all the tree guys would dump off the trees they chopped down. You hire somebody to chop your tree down. Where do they go with that? Well, they send it to a tree recycling center. So we would show up there, and they would allow us to scavenge with a giant chainsaw, and we had a crane attached to his semi-truck. Not his semi-truck, his pickup truck. And so we would look for that, and I think it was called Box Heart, actually. Was it Box Heart? Hold on, let me look at Box Heart. Is it just boxwood? Oh, it's just boxwood, I think. Okay, boxwood. And certain trees would be able to do that more than others. They would have that discoloration. And the coloration would often be like a red, blue, gray, and green hue on the inside of the grain. And it was worth so much money if you could find some. It was easy money. And what was interesting to us in our little business is these guys cutting the trees down, they had no idea when they had run into basically wooden gold. Their tree that they cut down, maybe it was boxwood, maybe it was maple, they didn't realize they had cut down a very special tree that to crafters is just like pure gold. They could just chop it up into blocks all day and just make money off it all day long. All day long they could make money off of certain cuts of tree, but they didn't understand that. So we would go and find those trees in the recycling center and we'd take it home. Jeff Leon, one waifu shuffle. You got it, Mr. Jeff. All right, Jeff. A lot of water oaks here in Florida have burl. Yes. When it comes to burl, there's two types of burl. There's burl and there's burr. So there's two types of warts. The burrs are not actually that valuable. They're okay. The burl is what people want. Burl has something called crenellations. Crenellations are these spiky things on the outside by the bark. And when you cut underneath those spiky things, that's where all the swirls come from. Whereas a burr is more like, it's just an unusual grain growth. And it won't have those crenellations. So the burl will have nice wavy grain, but it's nothing close to a true burl. So, there's different, think of it like different grades of quality in the grain. You want the real good quality. There you go. That's a cold one. Oof. And one PRB pack. Okay, one PRB pack. I sell my wood too, 6 inches at a time. You wish. 2 inches at a time. Ready? Step in this. Yeah, so, and when you're shopping for burl, if it's a burl where it hasn't really been processed too much and you can't see inside of it, you have to learn to recognize crenellations under the bark. So you have to be able to look at the bark and be like, there's crenellations under that. That's going to be an expensive burl. But if it doesn't have any of the crenellations, you go, that's just a burr. We don't want it. Or that's just a burr. You have to sell that to us cheap. So you have to be able to look at an uncut piece of wood and recognize whether or not when you slice into it, it's going to be highly figured or not. Because that's going to affect how you negotiate for its price. Jeff Leon. That also affects, how people sell it. So if you're an inexperienced seller, you don't really know when you're holding on to a piece of literal wooden gold. You don't realize that. So you undersell it to a guy like my dad, who understands what the grain looks like on the outside under the bark. He can eyeball it and go like, oh yeah, $50 for that lump. And then you cut it into it and it's like, nah, that was a $200 burl. You just didn't know it. Is Mister going to leave us for wood? Hey, that's mean, Mister. Andy Dirksen, $100 to a slab away. You got it, Mr. Andy Dirksen. All right, Andy Dirksen, slab away. Scrolling up here. Understanding those kind of things is very similar to like grading Pokemon cards. And so when I was younger, running that shop while my dad was out of business, out of state doing work for his real job, it was my job to acquire chunks of wood and to slice them up. And so, in a way, I was already grading things when I was younger. I was looking at product. I was assessing how good it was. You actually had to check the wood for something called checks. They were literally called checks. And what a check was a thin crack in the wood that's very hard to detect. But you had to have a really sharp eagle eye and detect those little checks, because the checks are going to affect what happens when they get crafted. If they start spinning at 2,000 RPM, they explode if they have checks in them. So you have to recognize when the wood has these thin problems, or wood with the pitting, or any of these other issues. You have to recognize signs of pitting in the inside of the wood. And that all affects the price of it. So you could have like a wood block and it looks like a solid block, but inside of the block it's hollow. That's pitting. And you have to understand the signs of it. So I was like, you're grading the cut of wood before you would slice it up and turn it into a product. It's very similar to what we do here, guys. So, examining a card and being like, you know what? I'm not going to buy that deck. That deck looks like the whole deck's going to be off center or something like that. It's the same exact concept. Here's click. Stephen Coulson, PSA 10 Poker Charmander, 5 live customs and shipping. You got it, Stephen Coulson. We got, did he say 5? 1. Oh no. 2. 3, 4. Could be a shot for one more? No. All right, you swept past the hit. You swept past it. You cleared 3 empty packs to the next hit. Let's see what you got. Slow poke. All right, hopefully a good slow poke. Oh, it's good. Yeah, it's a good one. This is actually pretty expensive. Here it is. So that is not just a slowpoke. That's first edition Sabrina slowpoke. You've done pretty good here. Real clean looking card, by the way. Excellent. Okay, Stephen Coulson. This one time at Bandcamp? That's a good one. All right. So you didn't really lose there. And he says, the PSA 10 Poker Charmander. Let's see if he's still around, if he hasn't sold yet. Did you guys see this? Check this out. Team Rocket Pokeball. I almost said Booster Box. A very impressive card. $120. But that's not a made-up price. That's the price of them when you go looking them up. Charmander Green. You must be talking about this guy, Stephen Coulson. Charmander always sells first. People want that Charmander. All right, and then shipping, I believe you've got a number of slabs, right, Steven? Let's go looking for your bag. That ST over here. Currently working my tail off in the lumber yard. It's too hot. Nice. In America, we have hardwoods and softwoods is what they're called. And what my dad and I dealt in were something called exotic hardwoods. Right? Sounds almost like a joke, right? Like a funny joke, sex joke. But no, it's a real term, exotic hardwoods, imported from places like Mexico, China, Brazil, Japan. And these were cuts of wood from trees that just were unusually pretty when you get into them. And they just sell for a lot of money as a result of that. Mexico's got all the cool wood, man. All right, Stephen Coulson. Yeah, Mexico had all the crazy stuff, but not 100% of it. Slabs and bags. All right. Some of the most expensive wood in the world is, it's going to sound funny, but it's African ebony. So get you some African ebony wood. But that's actually true. It's used in musical instruments like the bagpipes. Here we are. All right. And we used to deal in African ebony, too. Very, very, very dense wood, which is why it made such a good musical instrument. You make the xylophone out of it as well. But it's this really, really, really black wood. It's just like pure black wood. So it's called African ebony. It's really funny. And it's an exotic hardwood, right? And so lots of funny jokes and puns. But yeah, it was serious stuff. And a lot of, I believe they're called finials. There's when you make a really fancy vase, you add this sort of like lid, and the lid has a handle, and the handle's called a finial. And it's this very thin dowel that's been turned into like this ornate thing. And that's typically made out of African ebony, and it's just really expensive. Super duper duper expensive. Aaron Rodriguez. Hey, Mr. 3OP5 Japanese. 3OP5 Japanese. Where my OP5's at? I usually get wood from Woodworker's Source. African ebony wood bagpipe. Yeah, that's what they're all made out of. I'm pretty sure it's all. I'm pretty sure it's always that same cut of wood. Here we are. They're used in other things like flutes. You know, all kinds of musical instruments. There's even like Native American. They're like flutes as well. Native American. They have a different term. But they like to use all kinds of stuff for those. You might actually see those for sale in like a earth shop or something like that. One of those Native American musical pipes. 2 PRB-1s. I used to sell to a guy, and I'm pretty sure he was Native American, and he would come by, and he would stop by the garage while my dad was out working, and I'd have to walk him through and get him cuts of wood that he wanted. He'd pay like $300, $500 for these really expensive cuts. And occasionally he would show me the musical instruments he was making. It was amazing. There are these really highly polished flutes, and he could play them too. And they had like these little animals that you could use to cover up some of the musical like holes or something like that, and it would change the nature of the sound. It was really weird. But he made them by hand, and I never forgot this. He was so impressed that I could use the bandsaw at like 16 years old. And then he showed me he was like missing a few fingers, because he's like, this is what I did with the bandsaw. He's like, you're lucky, you still got all your fingers. I was like, damn, dude. That was all I needed to know about the bandsaw. I was like, I'm never cutting my fingers off. But yeah, so apparently that's pretty common. If you do a lot of woodworking for a long time, you eventually cut a finger off. And they talk about it in the woodworkers forums, which I was into when I was younger. I would keep track of all that stuff. And, oh yeah, I lost my finger today. That was like something people would post. So woodworkers tend to chop their fingers off in some way or another, you know, depending on how it happens. But they lose fingers. And that's what goes into making all your cool little arts and crafts. But so it's a bit more of a dangerous hobby than, I don't know, working with clay or something like that. Ooh. They chop their fingers off and then they post about it online. Welcome to the club. You chopped one of your fingers off. Now you're one of us. You haven't woodworked until you've ripped your pinky off. What the fuck? All right. Let's get that manga. All right, there we go. That was Aaron Rodriguez. Yeah, losing your finger was a common occurrence. It could be like a fingertip. It didn't have to be the whole finger. But losing your finger was a common occurrence in woodworking. Do you think the new CT scanning will affect the vintage seal market? Man, I made a video on that last night, but I didn't post it because I felt like I could make it a little better. And I got to tell you, that is the most common topic. It's all people want to talk about. And the answer is yes, obviously. Aaron Rodriguez. The answer is obviously yes. The answer is it's already affected it. It's already happening. Aaron Rodriguez. People are waking up to it, and they're aware of it now. They're going, oh, holy crap. Had wood class in high school, and a student lost his thumb. Oh, not your thumb, dude. That's the worst. That is really bad. I had a couple moments. I cut my finger real bad. I cut my finger real bad right here. And it didn't cut the bone, but it cut like a square chunk of my finger off here. Never told my dad. I was scared he was gonna be disappointed. I never told my mom because she'd be like, you can't let him go out there and work unsupervised. So I didn't want to interrupt our work. Here we are. And then I had another scenario with the wood turning lathe. I was wearing it was the glove's fault. I was wearing this big glove. You wear it on your left hand, your right hand no glove, right? And that's because you rest the chisel and everything on the... Well, anyways, the glove got sucked into the machine and it squeezed my thumb. The whole fingernail turned purple. And I had to heat up a paperclip with fire till it was glowing red. And I had to burn through the fingernail to pop through it. And then all this blood spurted out. I didn't sleep that night when it first happened because I didn't pop it till the next morning. And I learned that by posting pictures online on those woodworker forums. So I was like, dude, I'm dying over here. My thumb's swelling up. The whole thing's purple. They're like, yeah, it's blood. And they're like, if you want to save yourself, you need to take a paper clip, heat it up, and then melt through your nail with the paper clip. And so I did what they told me. I was real slow about it. And then boom, all this blood starts bursting out. And it was orgasmic, the amount of relief once we cut through the nail that way. It was amazing. Because I was ready to give up. I was ready to tell my parents what happened and have them take me to the emergency room. Because it hurt so bad I couldn't sleep. That's how bad it hurt. I couldn't sleep that night. It was way too painful. Okay, what we got? And, but no, they gave me the advice on the woodworker forum. And it saved me from going to the doctor and costing my parents a bunch of money that they don't have. So, and that was another scenario. My parents never knew that happened. I kept it a secret the whole time. Eventually, the nail fell off, and I had no nail on that thumb for like a half year. It took like half a year for it to grow back. It was really slow. And from then on, I was very careful with that glove. I was very careful. Of course, you still wanted to use it while working, but you don't want it to snag. So I got injured a couple times, but my injuries were small. I was very lucky about it. And so as a result, I was able to gain experience, kind of like a almost car accident, right? You notice when you're driving, some of your best learning moments are when you almost crash but don't. So I learned a lot from the near-death experiences. Here we are. Ooh, look at this Golduck. Yeah, I changed the way that I worked so that I wouldn't have the ability to get that glove caught. And I was just way more aware of it from then on. But some of the... when I cut my finger here was really scary too. I was cutting through a really dense piece of wood. And what I didn't know about it, I was pushing it through the bandsaw, right? What I didn't know about it is that the center of the wood was hollow. It was a pitted piece of wood. It was hollow. So what happens is you're putting this pressure on the wood to push it through the blade, but when it reaches the hollow point, there's nothing there to cut. So it's like cutting through air. So I'm just pushing real hard and steady, and then boom, like that, because we just all of a sudden we're cutting through paper, and my finger touches the blade, and it's just instantly gone. That chunk of my finger was just, it was like a perfect square cut out of my finger. And I was like, holy shit, dude. I didn't even feel it at first, but then it started hurting later, and I was like, oh my God. And it was just this whole chunk of flesh was just missing. And I didn't know what to do. I ran into the water, it just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding. And I just bandaged it like crazy and hoped for the best. That was it. Again, I didn't tell my parents because I didn't want to lose the ability to work on that. Jeff Leon, 1 live, 1 PRB. Jeff, could you? Oh, there you go, Jeff. That was a lucky round for you, Jeff. EV minus 10. Okay, you got EV. I sent a ZELLE 4 or 5 hours ago. What's up, man? And what was the name of the ZELLE? What was the order for? Hey, that's not bad. You got EV10. Welcome to TheCardconomist. It just kept bleeding and bleeding because there was no skin. There was no skin. So what was I going to do? And I just bandaged it a ton, and then it eventually stopped bleeding. All right. Anyone want Mister to talk about suing CT scanners? What? All right. So 1 PRB-1. Let's see if you get lucky twice. Okay. How does Jeff do it? How does he do it? You got very lucky there, Jeff. Okay, and you got this guy. Cool. Bloop. All right. Okay. I really like woodcrafting. I would sneak out into the garage at like 8 p.m. Sometimes like in the cold of the winter. I'd turn on all these machines, I'd turn on the heater, and I'd start crafting things. And it kept me out of the house. So I couldn't hear all the screaming and crying. I'd turn the radio up, and I'd stay out there till like 1 a.m. in the morning, and I'd pretend that I was working. So, you know, Mom couldn't get angry. She's like, oh, you're out there earning money? It's like, not really, I'm just crafting, just playing, really. So I'd stay out there crafting stuff all night, learning things. It was a way to stay out of the house where there's all the chaos and the crying and the fighting and the stress. Yeah, it was a nice thing. And sometimes I was just working, but, you know, eventually I'd run out of work, and then I'd start doing something like woodcrafting. Tim Frazier, 1 pack of My Hero Academia, 2 Korean EV Heroes, 1 Cosmic Eclipse. 1 spot in the Cosmic Eclipse break. I think that's what he means, a spot in the Cosmic break. Where's the Cosmic break? I don't even see it. Where's the Cosmic break? It's not here. Has it been misplaced? Oh no. I don't even see the Cosmic break. Did it slide back here? That's an old Cherries bag. Dude, I don't see the Cosmic break. I had a bad one when I was younger. During football, a buddy stepped on my foot and blood shot out. Ugh. That sucks. Okay, not in here. It's not where it should be. I suppose it could have gotten knocked behind. So give me a moment. Let me try looking for it back there. Set this here. I turn my body to the side. I don't feel it. We started a new Cosmic break, right? Not in here, right? No. Bro, I don't know where what? I don't know where the Cosmic break is. Ah, unbelievable. I must have set it somewhere for sure. I guarantee you, here's what happened. I probably picked it up and set it down somewhere where it wouldn't be a nuisance, and now I don't know where it is. I saw you did a Cosmic break not too long ago. Okay, so maybe we finished it, and I just didn't set up a new one. But I feel like we did set up a new one. So, let me grab these. I don't actually know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I find it, we'll combine them. What pack do we normally keep it in? One of these? Cosmic Break is with someone's bag. Now, why do you say that? With someone's bag. Womp womp. It was from Jose Dominguez for the Poker Snorlax. Yes, sir. We got you that. Poker Snorlax, and we put it in your bag. You're all good. You're all set. Thanks for buying that. That's a good card. Snorlax always popular. 19, 11 out of 11. All right. So, I don't know if there's another Cosmic pack out there somewhere. Tim Frazier. It's Asian Tim. Tim Frazier has been with us since the very beginning. All right. You gotta remind me sometimes that you're Asian Tim, because I'll actually forget. It's been long enough and there's so many people that remember. Let's see. Now I'm looking for an open box of EV Heroes. Ah, there we are. We do have an open box. Some orders are trickier than others. Slab away payment or some packs? Good question. 11 out of 11, is that right? Did I say 11 out of 11? It's 10 out of 10. Don't worry, it's 10 out of 10, my bad. Obviously, we won't be able to fill out 11 spots, so. My Hero. Bleach. I believe I have to stand up to get a box of My Hero Academia. Mister, I'm from the condo days. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so, My Hero Academia. Bro, my cat wants me, dude. If my cat was a female adult, my wife should be worried. She wants me. All right. There we go. There we go. Ah. Tim Frazier pulls a hollow. Oops. Yes. Oh. I'm a man too, you know. I go pee-pee standing up. There you go. Tim Frazier. Ta-da! Tim with the TI, grabbing this. My finger points. Yo, that says 723. That's an expired bag, Tim. Tim, that's an expired bag. I'll update it because this box is not very full. 824. All right, we'll just pretend it's a new bag now. That bag was supposed to be acquired, man. All right. Good thing it wasn't. Abraham G. Rios, payment for my slab away. Slab away. Every now and then I get a little bit lonely. This goes down to $475. Okay, $475 remains. How about a new slab, guys? Did we get a new slab priced yet? Oh, Slowpoke. I feel like we should probably hold the Slowpoke for Jen, because it pairs with that Psyduck she bought yesterday. I'm going to give Jen dibs on that. How about this Jigglypuff, though? That is Pokemon Stadium Jiggly stuff. Slowpoke. It's a pretty nice Slowpoke. All right, let's get some prices. That's Typhlosion, by the way. Look at that Typhlosion. I don't think he's expensive either. Poker Typhlosion, well, he's a little expensive. All right, so he is $100. All right. I lied. $100 is not cheap. All right, no price on this guy. It's going to be $120. I found Mr. right after the no hollow Dragonite short. Yeah, actually, I remember you from a long time ago. You just never went real deep. I think actually you bought from me one time and then kind of abandoned it for a really long time, but then you came back later. All right, here we are. Stadium, Typhlosion. Lots of poker cards. I said that when he was coming back. I said it was a poker card submission. So you can see lots of interesting poker cards. Jeff Leon, PRB-01 times 5. 2, 3, 4. We started a long time ago in a tiny condo. We started this Pokemon card channel over there. Before then, I had a before that point, I was working in an apartment. That was back so long ago that I was working on Dark Souls on my other YouTube channel. Dark Souls was a lot of fun. I certainly worked very hard on it, but didn't really get me much money. It wasn't until I started working Monster Hunter that I got money. I showed up during the I'm pissed era and never left. Here we are. That wasn't even my own idea. Who was it that did that? That was Venomous Silverback. Was that his name? Silverback Venomous? And he kept picking fights with people or something. Some guy would troll him and he'd get angry and fight. I'm pissed! Here we are. Here's some hollows. And here's, some hollows. Except this one's not a hollow. He would fight Procon. He would fight somebody, dude. Sounds like me. I've been here close to day one, usually just to hang out. I would always get the mediums. Should I really which came first, the I'm pissed or era, the coughing era? Ooh, I don't know. Well, I first started coughing back when COVID came out because I'm pretty sure we caught COVID right away. Kirsten and I did. I think it was her fault too. I was really good at isolating, but she went and she hung out with her parents, and then her parents were diagnosed with COVID, and it's and then what do you know? I'm coughing. So she gave me COVID. And then, but the really bad cough was when we moved to this house. And that cough was alarming because it lasted for 3 months. And, no, it was a really serious thing. It turned out I had a respiratory illness because we had pretty much black mold in the house from that vacuum cleaner and the bag of clothing and everything else. So once all that's gone, the cough goes away. So that was very serious, kind of a big learning moment. I probably shaved some age off of my lungs there. Probably aged them a bit, I mean. So that was no good. I found Mr. when he drank the Belle Delphine. Hey! Brandon Galligan, 3 PRB1s. We don't talk about that. My PRB1 over here. Brandon Galligan, you got it. Okay. There you are. Karis almost murdered you. I was part of the Louis era. That's right. You and Louis kind of joined at the similar time period. He bought a really expensive Charizard off of me and paid it all the way down. But man, that guy's... He got to have autism or something. I don't know. I don't want to beat up on somebody who's not here to defend themselves, but... I don't know, dude. I mean, he was nice in DMs. He was apologetic. He was I just kind of struggle with this stuff. He was kind of explaining himself a bit, but... I don't know, dude. He's a handful. He's rambunctious. Is that the right word? He's a capybarnia. You were literally a part of that era. NHWC, your name is so long the Pokemon ball doesn't show up. Yeah, it does. It shows up on my screen. There we go. Okay. Brandon Galligan. I don't know why he couldn't just be chill, man. He gotta be chill, but... Let's see. Alright, put this over here. Brandon Galligan. All he had to do was be chill. Grabbing this. Come on, Brandon, where's your bag? Here it is. Found it. I got in on the free shipping era. That was a long time ago, too. That was back when the way shipping worked was you would just tell me when you wanted to be shipped, and we would queue you up for shipping, but I would delay your shipping. If I felt your bag was really small, I would delay it by like a week or two, and because I fully expected you to come in and just order more. Aaron Rodriguez, 2 more PRB-1s, please. Also, I want to give away, and it was under Maverick. I believe we did correct that. Yes, we did correct that. There we go. All right. Ta-da! Ultimately, we had to get rid of free shipping. Free shipping was it was the R word. It was acoustic. It was really stupid. Free shipping was so stupid because you get a guy, he'd order like 2 packs of cards, and he'd ruin it for everyone else because he'd immediately go, okay, now ship me out. What the fuck? Are you kidding me, dude? I'm not shipping you out because you opened 2 booster packs. God damn, dude. So you get guys like that. Ship me out. I opened 2 booster packs. Ship me out. So free shipping was not going to work. It's a stupid idea. Instead, we have a flat rate fee, and people who their shipping goes over $9, they get free shipping on the rest of the order. Aaron Rodriguez. There you go, Aaron. Free shipping was dumb. I'm still a baby, only a year. There was also a time period where you did not keep your hollows. That was early on. Early on, in the first year, we automatically removed your holographic cards from the booster pack. We said, you don't keep hollows. Here we are. Kadabra. And people just agreed to it. They're like, all right. There we go, Meganium. And here's a Wigglytuff. Oh, yeah. All right, Joey Maycumber, 5 Crimson Invasion, 2 Lost Origins. Okay. Some of this fancy Crimson. 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder if this is going up in price yet. Crimson Invasion. That's a sword. That's a Sun and Moon era set, and it's somehow still affordable. No one understands why. All right, and Lost Origin. Okay. I remember those 3-hour waits. That was at the height of things. And I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I made a lot of money during that time period. I made a lot of money. I make okay money now, but back then was insanity. I would just finish working and I'd look at my wife and I'd be like, we're rich. she'd be like, how, she'd be helping me out. She'd be massaging me because I was so tired and sore from working for so long. But I was like, I don't know what to tell you. We're rich from Pokemon cards. My Pokemon cards were like tripling in value. That was happening at the same time. So I get these big queues of people opening cards. And at the same time, my collection was like tripling overnight. So fast. Because Logan Paul was doing his box break and everyone was gobbling up Pokemon cards. The only thing I could have done better, if I'd fully liquidated, completely sold off my entire collection in 2021 before the price drop, that would have been the smartest move. But I didn't know that back then. I didn't understand it. I should have completely sold in 2021 after the Logan Paul box break. I just didn't understand it. It was a rare event. I don't think anyone fully understood it. Here's Gorgeist. Okay. Imagine that never stopped. I would have bought that squeaky chair. Nah, dude. It was heavy. There we go. Gorgeist. Ah, Pikachu. That's what we were looking for. Ah! Nice, dude. That is a hit. Very nice. All right. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's a chase card in this set. This Pikachu right here. That's a Crimson Invasion hit right there. The Pikachu reverse. All right. Especially fresh out of the pack. Nobody's messed with it. Nobody's checked it for 10s. Yeah, so back then, here we go. Lost Origins. Back then, we had a 3-hour wait time some nights, but it was kind of consistent for a little while. And I would work at blinding speeds to try and bust through it, and I just couldn't. And you should have seen the live customs. People would wait like an hour or longer to know the outcome of their live custom pull. And then they'd be like, did you pull my thing? And I'd be like, I did. And they're like, but I didn't see it. I don't think you did. So it's like this super annoying thing where people wouldn't actually wait to see what they got, but then they would complain that, oh, you never opened mine. I was like, I did. I just opened it at lightning speed. Pikachu, Ducklet, Beautyfly, Gourgeist, Peking Red Card, Pikachu, Starly, Xerneas. Over time, though, things changed. Demand fell, more competitors, more platforms. When I was working, there was no Whatnot. Whatnot didn't exist. Drip didn't exist. Yeah, when I started, there were so few people. But most importantly of all, there was a totally different market for the cards. Everyone was going crazy because they viewed Pokemon strictly as like this huge investment. Oh, I bought Charizard at 1,000. Now he's 4,000. Well, you don't buy him for 4,000 today, and in a year he turns into 12,000. That's not happening anymore. So now people are a little more like, all right. You know, they're not flipping overnight into some huge, you know, millionaire gain. So card demand falls right there because cards aren't doubling in price in half a year. So the demand slows down right there. But then also PSA has caused massive inflation. Card printing has caused massive inflation. So there's just tons of inflation in the hobby. So prices being pushed downward just from that. No more stimulus checks. I swear to God, when those stimulus checks hit, it was insane. Everyone wanted to buy my whole collection out. And any cards I did sell, I sold like triple price. It was really crazy. And I didn't even think of slab breaks back then. Imagine if I thought of slab breaks. It would have been crazy. But yeah, I mean, people were just getting free money for sitting at home on their asses. They were stuck inside because of COVID. What a time period, man. Really, I think that ZENG Emporium said it right when he called it a black swan event. It was like this perfect storm. Joey Maycumber, and I was just in a lucky position at that time to benefit from it. All right, let's see, Joey. Card market is probably a lot more what you'd consider normal today. It's a lot more normal. I missed the Blake Breaks era. Blake Breaks. How many videos did Rallo make on Blake Breaks? There you go. He was doing the same thing I was doing, except he ran a scam. All he had to do was not that. He ran a scam. What a jerk, dude. All right. And it was annoying, too, the very idea of it all, that a famous person will come in and start doing, like, I don't know, football players doing Pokemon card pack breaks, making money off the Pokemon card collectors, because all the Pokemon card collectors I knew growing up, they were all nerds. They weren't jocks. They weren't athletes. You know, they were fat guys or skinny guys, but they weren't football players. So you get this guy who gets to be kind of famous, and he's kind of already wealthy, and so he's got all this influence already. He doesn't need to do pack breaks to make money, but he's like invading that space, and I feel like he doesn't belong there. It's not his group. Like, dude, you're a football player. Go over there. Go do football breaks. But he's coming into the Pokemon card hobby, taking money from Pokemon card collectors. Like, those generally aren't football types. And then on top of that, he's scamming them. So he comes into a group that's not really his own group. He's not part of the nerd group in my eyes. He's part of the influential, rich, and affluent athlete, you know, pro athlete group. So he comes into our space and starts taking our money by scamming. Oh, man, I was so mad about it. I was so bitter about the whole thing. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, dude. You don't even belong here. What are you doing? I was bitter about it. I was very upset. All right, that is a Raichu Yellow. You gotta be kidding me. All right, there we go. He was scamming his own fans. Yeah, of course. But, yeah, it was ridiculous. I don't know if he ever got in trouble for that. I don't know, like, I feel like if you run... I run breaks, right? If you run a fraudulent break where you don't, where you cheat, essentially, because that's what he was doing. He was cheating. That's got to be some kind of legal repercussion for it. That's got to be it, you know, because breaks are a nice thing. I host breaks, and they need to be something that, you know, just remain clean and professional, you know, so that they don't become some flashpoint politically or something like that. And instead, you get this exact wrong thing that you don't want happening. Somebody who gets a lot of attention, who has a lot of money, comes in and starts cheating at it, like it's a simple carnival game or something. And it's like, oh man, every bit of it is so terrible, and it puts a bad name in the name of like breaking. You know what I mean? Doing breaks, and it was really upsetting for me. I hated it. You know, as somebody who hosts breaks, it's bad for, you could say, my industry or my business. It's bad to have somebody like that hanging around, hurting people And again, on top of all this, he doesn't even belong. He's not part of our group. From my point of view, he's not part of the group. He's some affluent football player. It's like, stupid, dude. That's how collectors feel about pack scanning? Oh, yeah, 100%. 100%. Huge problem. Anyways, so that was Blake Breaks. Here we go. All right. Awful guy. Awful guy. The fact that he could do something like that to people who are poorer than him, too, you know, so most Pokemon card collectors are not affluent football players, and they don't have that kind of money. And he just feels fine, oh fine, doing a literal cheat. You know, doing a literal cheating at the game. It just makes me mad. Really does. Upsets me. Oh, we had a Espeon come back. I didn't know that. Yeah, he's a nasty person. There we go. All right. You know, like if Jeff Bezos makes $1 billion, but he does it by selling you what you want, or he does it by just being honest about, you know, hey, I'm selling you this product on Amazon. Cool, whatever. He's got a profit margin. He makes money. You could argue, oh, he doesn't pay his workers enough, whatever, but he makes his money. But to actually deceive people with how the rules of the games are, like knowing which energy card is coming out next and controlling that, oh my God, dude, that is just so illegal. It's got to be illegal. Yeah, it bothered me a lot. All right, let's see. So we got a Scyther 10. I think this one will be cheaper. Or how about that kid who pulled the Umbreon and he tried to hide it? How about that guy? The kid. There you go. The guy who flips in the Leafeon for the Umbreon. Oh my God, it went viral. God damn it. Yeah, womp womp. Fucking diabolical. Dude, it's 2024. There are no groups anymore. I can literally identify as a Down syndrome rock baby. Yeah, maybe. Just go to switch out the Umbreon with the Leafeon. All right, here we are. We've got Espeon. Poker Espeon. Surprisingly affordable. Surprisingly affordable. I have no doubt that somebody will want this Espeon. Look at this Espeon. You know, sometimes we do bonuses for Mike's side. Let's do a Mike's side bonus. So we'll give this one to Mike's side as a bonus. All right, there we go. So this is about $110. I think that's perfect. This is a nice little bonus card. All right, he been doing a good job. Here's Pidgeotto. Wait, so does that mean we got all three of them? I know I saw a Pidgey or a Pidgeot somewhere, didn't I? I think we've got all three of them. Cubone. Doob 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 doob. Boop 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 boop. Okay. All right. Oh, Mike's side was right there. Yay, free ones. It's like a bonus. Let's see. I swear to God, we had a Pidgeotto. I'm sorry, we had a Pidgeot and a Pidgey. Yes, here's the Pidgey right here, in fact. Aha, Pidgey. So wait, is there a Pidgeot somewhere? I didn't put it in here, did I? How many spots in the FRLG Snorlax? He's close. What time is it? 5:30? I swear to God, there's also a Pidgeot. I don't know where it went. Love me long time. I'm going to love you sometime, but not a long time. Yeah, let's take a look at the breaks real fast, everybody. Let's take a look at the breaks. We got the large. We got the mega break. We got the star card, which is up to 8 now. We got the cherry. Yo. Cherry, cherry lady. That's halfway done. This is not a break. And the new bell break, Machamp. He's a 1 of 8 break. He's a Pokemon Stadium Pokemon. You get 3 slabs. Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Could get all 3 of them for $40. It's a great deal. And if you were to pull it, it's a great deal. If you were to miss, it's not. But yeah, that's Fire Red, Leaf Green Snorlax. Pretty enviable card. Dark Pupitar. I don't know. What do you think this Dark Pupitar is probably worth? I don't think he's going to sell very fast. We're going to say 25. He is a 9. 25. Now, this guy's nice. Look at this Larvitar. He's got a glossy back. That's how these black deck kits are. Remember, they're from 2004. They're actually quite old, and this is first edition. My EV said -10. You didn't do that. Oh, my God. Good catch. I forgot about it. I was going too fast. Yeah, be sure to remind me of that if I miss it. So this guy's down to 305. You might have just remembered, too, when you saw it. Okay, so he's already down to 305. That's pretty cool, right? He's a really pretty collectible card. That's base set first edition Magneton. So he's the star card, and as he ticks down, you're going to be tempted to buy that. Now, Larvitar 10. How about the first edition version? Here he is. $60. That seems just about right. He's a common card. Graded 10. Okay. So $60 Larvitar. Right in the correct price range that you would expect. Okay, let's get this giveaway card out. And roll it a couple times. Roll it! We got Sir Puds. Sir Puds. He's new. Don't recognize that name. Cloudy. It's old Cloudy. 19. Squid. All right, let's find out who wins. Appreciate you guys hanging out, all the purchases, and all the conversations, because, you know, conversations make the stream more fun. Let's go ahead and get the Google RNG open. Now, I have to spend time with Karis, or else I'm going to be in the doghouse, guys. Here we are. We got 1, 2, 3. Synapse shows out again. All right, Synapse shows out again. I always do this with this name, the ... See how long name. All right. That's it. There's no more orders in the queue. I guess we're wrapping up here, guys. We got 1 hour done. That's our typical daytime stream. You saw a couple new slabs priced. I will tell you, I have lots more to price. And why don't we run through them real fast before we go, okay? So take a look at these because I want you to consider if you want them. We got Cubone 10, Pokemon Blue 150, Mantine $20. That's a PSA 9 Vileplume, $25. Hey, there's the Pidgeot. Found him, okay. Spinarak and Dark Ariados, both graded 10, 120. That's a group card. Surfing Pikachu 9, $60. We got the Nidoking 10. There's a really lovely card, Wave 3, $250. This guy's still up here somehow. What is this song? Yellow Ninetales for $40. I feel like that's overpriced. Here's Cubone Yellow. He's also pretty expensive, but what we can say about this card is he's only pop 2. I just have no competition, and I might not ever have competition. I think that his population might not grow very fast. So he's a $300 Cubone. If you're a Cubone fan, that is a Cubone Grail card. That's how I view it. Here's Jigglypuff, Ace of Clubs, just priced $120. This guy's also $125, so Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, very similar. A little Slowpoke 7, $10, and there's Larvitar, he's freshly priced. How about this? Quips Haunter. If you haven't scanned this QR code, scan it and go watch her draw this. It's really fun. She's got her own little YouTube channel now. She's going to be drawing an Umbreon soon, is what I understand. She's working on an Umbreon, guys. Here's a Poliwag 10. Victor Bell 10, $65. Nidoran 8. Nidorino, I mean. Here's Haunter 8, $20. Here's a nice one. Entei 10, $70. That's pretty cheap. Metal Charizard 9 for $170. Very cool. Here's DNC 8, $20. Pikachu 10. This is pretty much the chase card from the Pokemon Stadium. If you think about it, the Ace of Spades is the strongest card in poker, right? That's the high card. And there's like the song, The Ace of Spades. So this is it. Ace of Spades Pikachu. That's going to be a chase card for Poker Stadium, in my opinion. just like they got like a Mewtwo, they got a Charizard. There's some chase cards in the Poker Stadium collection, and this one's probably one of them. $400. He's pricey. He's only pop 9. He's real rare. Smooch him 8. Here's Weeping Bell for $20. This one's new. We just priced this today. I imagine Jen might be interested in this because she has the Psyduck. So we might hold this for Jen. She got to see it, and I got to see what she thinks of it. If she doesn't want it, then we sell it to anyone. Here's Meganium. Here's Scyther for $300. Yeah, this pairs with the Psyduck she bought. And, I don't know, Slowpoke Psyduck, right? Did you see they put Pokeballs on Reverse Hollows and Shrouded Fable? Oh, really? On the English cards. That's great. That's a good development. Here's Beedrill. Too bad it's a little late for them to do that with 151. Ivysaur. That Ivysaur is from the green deck, but it actually looks really good with Ivysaur, right? That makes a lot of sense, right? That's a yellow deck. Beedrill back there. Rainbow Pidgeot. Here is a Spinarak 8 for $15. Golbat 8 for $20. Cyndaquil 10 for $110. Here's Bulbasaur 10 for $250. Flareon 10 for $500. This is, again, kind of like a Holy Grail card. Look at that. It's yellow deck Flareon, the best looking of the evolutions in the vintage poker decks. I could just hold that. I'm not even interested in selling. It's kind of like the Gengar to me. These Rocket Pokeball cards look very sexy. We got Cubo 9, Slowpoke 10, yellow. Again, a huge card right there. Slowpoke. We've got Kadabra. Here's the Hawktua Weeping Bell. Scyther PSA 10 from the gold deck. We just priced that one, and this one just got priced too. I sent for the Typhlosion in the middle row. Good choice. Good choice. So here's another Slowpoke, but he's from the green deck, and he's much cheaper. Here's yellow deck Squirtle, very expensive. A green deck Squirtle, but he's a 9. Houndoom 10 and Houndour 10 for $120. That one needs to go into the live customs. We got Starmie 10. We got Jigglypuff 10. There, Pokeball, you already saw that. Golduck 10 from Yellow Collection. Here's Jolteon 10 from the green. See, look at the Jolteon from the old decks. Doesn't look as good as the Flareon does. The artwork's not as good somehow. It's like it doesn't fit properly. There is a gold deck Typhlosion and Magneton. All right, there it is, everybody. You saw all the slabs. We're going to get more slabs priced up. Lots of these poker slabs. I'll see you guys in the nighttime stream. You better believe I'll be here because it's Friday night, and I don't miss Friday night. Okay, guys? So I'll see you tonight. Please join me. See you later, everybody. And by the way, we have an NHCC order. Give me a second here. Let me just see what it was. Did you buy a slab? Oh, yeah, he said he bought that Typhlosion, right? Yep, there it is. Typhlosion. There's another Typhlosion up here. It's the gold deck Typhlosion. He's still available. I gotta find him. Say he's in the middle row. Oh, there he is. How did I miss that? All right, beautiful. Okay, from the year 2000. See you later. I sent $20 to extend slab away. I'm sure I'll run into that. Matthew White. Okay, yeah, we'll do that one tonight. We'll start there, okay? See you later, everybody.